That's right, that's right. I got this tube of hair dye, but I'm not just doing this tube of hair dye, as I have some things I want to do. Yes, that's right. I have this look. I was looking on Pinterest, my most common place to look for hair dyeing looks, as I am growing my hair, as you can see with this here, right? I'm actually not going to be cutting this short. I'm trying to get this long-ish. As you probably see in this picture, it's probably going to look like this. I have a look I really want to do, but this is what I'm doing for now, getting to this phase. So as you can see, I'm wanting to bring in this, but this is going to still be somewhat pink, and go into this with this color. And this is a 1-in-all hair dye, and that's copper colored. Most of it's going to be the bright red, and then I'm going to do a little bit of an accent going in like here with this copper. This is my go-to brand, Schwarzkopf. If you're not new here, this is my favorite hair dye brand that does box dyes. It's probably the best one, at least for me. I know the L'Oreal ones are pretty good, but this one just seems to have the rightness for me, so I've just kind of stuck with it. So, especially in this country and the UK, they're really good, because in the US, it's harder to find the right colors fully. Sometimes it's really hard to find a nice red. Usually a red is temporary or whatnot. That's what my experience. But I saw these on the internet and I was like, this is intriguing. There's no mixing involved at all in this hair dye somehow. So there's some kind of way that this is done. I don't know if you want to see that. See, it says Schwarzkopf Brilliance Hair Gloss with bonding HP haptic IQ system enhances hair color and deeply conditioning hair. Our advanced formula reduces hair breakage and provides brilliant shine. I know this, the only thing with this is it doesn't show, like if you get the box, what colors you can put this on. But color like this, you can typically put on like a dark, but if you really wanted to show, of course, lighter like this. So I am thinking I might slightly bleach just like right here, very little, so it's gonna be like rinsed out like that almost, just to get a little bit of that color out, to bleach it, just so I can make it less red, so maybe this copper shows out a little bit more. And then of course, because it's been so long, there's a lot of regrowth. It's hard to see the regrowth because, as you know, my hair is very dark brown, almost black. See? That's my natural hair with a little bit of the red, I think, showing there. So it blends pretty nicely with red hair dye and stuff. You can see it the most here, see, where it's making it look black because this has been bleached and put blonde in. It's like bleach, just blonde and the pink. So those are much lighter colors than what I usually use. So yeah, this is what I'm going to use, so I don't have to mix my hair dye. Actually, yes, I'm going to use this because the other thing is they have the red that I usually use from this brand, but I couldn't find it. The other ones were like brownish or almost black. So this is the only one they had, which is kind of annoying. I don't know if I should try this first, though this is already bleached a little bit, so I'm not sure. I could, because a lot of this is grown out. It is my color. So I could try this without bleaching at all, and then do this without bleaching it, because I'm using my one with a little bit of peroxide in it. I did get to go with some red hair dye, but I use it with the pink, and it's because of the peroxide. I think it lightens these parts as well, so I don't have to use bleach so much. So we're going to use that as well. This is the red that I'm probably going to use. I can use that, or it looks like I have this red. I do have these both for some reason. I think it's this one because I wanted to get this. This is the thing, and I've never seen this, but you have seen me use this in the past when I first used it to do my hair red. This peroxide stuff is very good. So let's get my pink, the permanent pink here. So we're going to do a mix of this with the permanent pink. I'm going to do the front first and see how that goes, and then we'll go into the rest of the hair because I can rinse this out and see how it goes. I think I'm going to try this without any bleaching involved and just do this by itself and see what color comes in with my natural tube on this. I know part of it's dyed, so that's going to make it harder to conceal it. So So I'm fully covering my neck, and it's going to be my way of making sure I get no hair dye on things I don't want to get it on. So that's what I'm doing here. I think I might take my robe off so I don't get that in it. I don't really fully need it, so just go like that. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm doing, just getting the robe off because it's a little thick and in the way. But I don't want to get any of my pajamas. These are brand new, so I definitely don't want to get on these. But the towel should help. Like when you cut your hair, you know. So there we go. There we go. My hands are now protected with these gloves. Well, now that is pink. Ooh. Well, there we go. I really caked on that pink to my money piece. So now it's time to do some of this other one. As you can see, my hands are pink, pink, pink to the Pinkertons. Yep, I think I'm ready to do the pink. I mean the red all in one. I just had to clean these gloves off some because they had too much pink on them, so they were a little too caked on. I'm just using the towel. I'm making sure it's the part that will do nothing to me. So now we're going to go in with this. So let's see how it says. It says apply product gloves. Okay. Apply evenly from roots to ends on clean, damp hair. Damp? My hair's supposed to be wet? Okay, okay. So we're going to take some water. It says damp. Maybe because of how this works. Maybe it's like a bleach bath, okay? So here we go. I'm damping my hair with some water. It says damp, so this is what I'm going to do it right here. The only problem is I did get a little bit of the pink on, but that's okay. So this is not usually with hair dye, you want to do dry. But it says damp, so I'm going to do damp. It's going to be about this much of it. And so, okay. Here we go. As you can see, that's the color. It's almost like, we'll see what this does. Oh, it looks like caramel. Okay. See what color it makes it. Says it only takes like 10 minutes. I'm used to stuff taking a little longer. I'm going to leave it in longer than it says potentially. I'm going to get a little bit more. I'm not doing a lot of my hair. This actually makes it a lot easier for doing these money piece parts. So, there is an interesting pink I wanted to try, which I might get at some point. But I thought because I already had pink, even though I used what was left, I didn't want to get it right now. So I will get that next time. But it's a semi-permanent. This is permanent pink, so. This might just be very subtle, but in the right way. So I'm going to go all the way up to there. I'm going to do a fair amount of this side to really get that going. Depending on how it looks, I might do my money piece this color later on and then change it up. But for now, I think I got hair in my mouth. I can't get it out. Oh well, I'm going to have to deal with it. The joys of doing your hair sometimes. As you see, I'm really caking it on. Like if I'm frosting a cake, you know? Frost that cake all the way to kingdom come. Though I did put this on some of non-wet hair because I was thinking I'm only going to do that section. Which is just a tiny, tiny bit more of this stuff. So there is that. So now my hands are this color. Definitely a copper color. The color of like metal. I would be doing just this if I maybe bleached it and was going into like a even more contrasty color. Because this is not the contrasty kind of one I do typically. So maybe when my hair grows out more, I'll do the even more contrast of a mango. The one that's called Mango from this brand. So right now I'm just doing copper. So now we've gotten that done. I just need to do the red. And yep, now I'm using the hair dye that is made to go with the peroxide of volume developer. Now here we are with it all nice and done, sitting for a good half an hour and maybe more as I was just chilling. So now it's time to rinse it all out and let's see how this is and if I need to do anything with this. This might just be enough for what I like for now and not too drastic, and I'll just have the drastic money piece. As you can see, that's right here. So let's get to it and get all this hair dye out of my hair right now. As I'm drying my hair, I'm seeing that this stuff has done some wonders, but because I use the developer with peroxide in it, the way it reacted with the pink, because the pink is so light as it is, look, you can see oranginess. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take the copper, this one right here, and I might just put it on here just to dab it. It does say damp hair anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some right here to cover up the part that the peroxide has lightened. So it definitely does its thing. So I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to have to rinse this out. So all I'm doing is I'm dabbing. I'm just getting some right there. Not on my skin, please. I'm doing it slightly right there just to give like a root touch up where it's showing because it's been bleached almost kind of. Because peroxide's used for bleach, like getting your teeth a little bit whiter. It doesn't really work on my teeth fully, but my hair is see? I'm now just trying to cover that. It only takes like 5-10 minutes for this to do its thing. So yeah, sometimes I think this stuff it seems to be working pretty well. As you can see, that's the color. And we'll really see the contrast once I fully do my hair. But I'm trying to just give it a little bit of a root. It's going to be nice because it's going to go into the thing anyway. So that's what I'm doing here. I need. So that is working pretty well. So I have to say, if I could get this in the brighter red, I probably would like that. So at least I don't have to mix anything to get to do what I'm doing at this exact moment. So that's pretty nice. So I'll let that sit and then we'll fully get all of this out and see what it looks like with it all nice and put together, dried and all. And here is my hair all done. As you can see, it's kind of gradienting, especially when I used it for the roots because they needed a little bit of something because the pink with that, like I said, because of the peroxide kind of made it more light, but it is less damaging. So I do think having a peroxide in your developer is kind of nice because it does that little bit. That's all you need is a little bit, that is. So yeah, there it is. And there's the other red that I like to use as I slowly but surely grow out my hair. I want this. This is always going to be a little shorter, but I wanted to grow out a little bit longer, and I will eventually do something else. But for now, this is what I've done. Kind of rejuvenated what I already do and made a little bit of a difference. I think that hair dye in a bottle that kind of looks like a shampoo bottle is very nice to use, especially like this, especially if you just need a little bit of touch up, if your roots are growing out, and it's just easy, plop on, wait 5-10 minutes or so, and you got the roots doing its thing. It might help even if your hair is dark, because at least it's just the roots with this kind of color. But if you do need to ever bleach it because it's not light enough for it, then you can do that. But that is kind of just a nice, because it is like a touch-uppy thing, so it can help keep it going for longer. And sometimes it's nice not to have the roots just growing out so much, especially the roots like right here. So yeah, looking good, even though I bleached this. And because when I bleached it, it just lightened that copper of a hair dye somewhat, so I didn't have to redo it because it just lightened it a little bit, just take a little bit of the color out and left some. So that's actually kind of good. So it did an in-between. So all in all, there we go. As I try to grow out this area, I do kind of like the poofiness of how it's done from all the hair dyeing, so it's nice and really clean. So it does look kind of decent. Do you know what the hair looks like outside in the light? Yes, it might be a little overcast, but here's all the colors kind of vibrating to life back of my hair to the front.